CSC, helping people, changing lives. This is a story that begins on an early July morning at a beautiful Oregon vineyard by a covered bridge. The story involves hundreds of men and women of all ages, some wearing costumes, who have come to run along the scenic back roads of the Oregon coastal mountain range on a 69-mile benefit relay race that ends at Newport Bayfront with a fun and lively celebration at the finish line at Rogue Brewery. This is a one-of-a-kind community event, the CSC Barrel to Keg Relay Race.
I'm Daniella Crowder, the 2018 event director for the Barrel to Keg Relay. Finish is here in beautiful Newport. Our runners cross over the bridge, finish at the Rogue Brewery, which we've got right behind us. We had over 400 participants this year. We had 2 solo runners, which was unbelievable. Those guys started at 5 a.m., pitch dark, running the roads. They were just really young, great guys. They came all the way from Seattle. We had so many teams participate. The costumes, the families, the dogs in costume. What a great event.
Runners ready! All teams have left the starting line of the 2018 Barrel to Keg Relay.
The Barrel to Keg Relay is a benefit for CSC, Community Services Consortium, which is the community action agency in Lynn, Benton, and Lincoln counties, and they do poverty prevention programs and poverty intervention programs. The Barrel to Keg is a race against poverty. It helps people overcome the causes and conditions of poverty and supports Community Services Consortium. The Barrel to Keg Relay is also a super fun run. It goes from the Harris Bridge Valley out near Philomath all the way to the Oregon coast. It's a 70-mile run from the Harris Bridge Vineyard, which is our starting line sponsor, to the Rogue Brewery, which is the finish line sponsor. And it's all backcountry for 70 miles. It's a beautiful scenic run. People enjoy it. They have fun. They dress up. They wear costumes. They come up with crazy names. And they have teams of runners. So sometimes we have solo runners who run the whole 70 miles. But mostly it's teams of runners who divide that 70 miles into 7 runners into 14 legs. And so each runner runs twice, and they go the distance, and they make it the full 70 miles.
Mask, but talk about
Yeah, so we are Wakanda Forever. We have a family of 5 boys, and they're Marvel Comics fans, and they're fans of the Black Panther movie, and they thought it would be hilarious to dress me up as the Black Panther.
When you recommend the race to other people, what do you say about it?
So I say you want to have a great time, you want to get out and see the Oregon countryside, but more importantly, you want to do something that's for somebody else, to end poverty. This is the way to do it.
Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
So the big sponsors of the Barrel to Keg Relay, and where it gets its name, is from the Harris Bridge Vineyard in Philomath to the Rogue Brewery in Newport South Beach Marina. These 2 wonderful local businesses are the starting line sponsor and the finish line sponsor. They've been with us since the beginning in 2011 and ever since, and have been super supportive of this local benefit for Community Services Consortium and its poverty fighting programs.
How did the Barrel to Keg begin?
How did it begin? So we were sitting on the porch one day, I don't know how many years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and
we happened upon, out in the back country, the beautiful setting of the Harris Bridge Vineyard with the white covered Harris Bridge over the river, and we thought this is just an idyllic setting to start the relay race. And we were visiting with the owners out there, Nathan and Amanda.
Teem and her husband Dave Teem and Mark Barrett, they all pulled up to the winery, and they asked us, out of the blue, asked us if we had some ideas for a run. And so we participated in the conversation, not really understanding where it was coming from, where it was going. And then pretty soon we saw the heart of these people. Dee has a big heart and a big, beautiful smile. And we just kind of got wrapped up in their personalities and their love for the Community Services Consortium and the good they wanted to do with this run. And so we started to brainstorm with them, and eventually came up with this notion of starting at Harris Bridge and ending at the Rogue Brewery.
And somehow through the conversation, we hit on the name.
Collectively around the table, we came up with this idea of calling it
Barrel to Keg. It's for the wine barrel and the beer keg.
The Barrel to Keg. And we're very thankful that the Community Services Consortium went along with that.
That's who you are.
Hi, I'm Pamela.
And I'm Tim.
And what are you doing here in your very strange costume?
I'm just hopping around with my hops because I'm the keg.
Correct. We're the mascots for the race. It's a great time that we have here. Got Wench our team. We're the volunteers for the team.
Oh, I see.
We volunteer for this role.
Oh, that's great.
So,
Yes.
Mark, what made you decide to come aboard and do this work?
Well, I've been a race director for 23 years that I've been doing races, and some of them I do as a volunteer and not paid, and some I do for getting paid to do. And back in 2011, I was approached by CSC. They wanted to put on a relay and asked me if I would come on board. And Nathan showed up, and he's part of the story.
Well, this is fun. So can you tell me your name and your team name?
My name is Courtney Schreiber, and we are the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls, how long have you been racing here?
This is my 3rd year doing this race. It's one of the best. It's so much fun.
Well, tell us about that. Why is it so fun?
Well, first off, it's a one-day relay, and so you're not stuck in a van for 48 hours, which is great. It cools off the farther along you get, so you have motivation to make it to Toledo where the weather is nice and cool.
So, what's a day hosting the Barrel to Keg like over here?
Oh, so it's gotten to be long days, which is kind of fun. But it begins with hosting the guys who are going to run 70 miles. So you feel really bad about getting up at 5 a.m. The solo runners. You feel awful about getting up at 5 a.m. until you realize some guy just did that and he's going to run 70 miles now. And so we muster what it takes to get up to greet and send off the solo runners at 5 a.m. Then at 6 a.m., parking. 600 people descend on Harris Valley and then leave within 3 hours. So it's a lot of people at one time. And so it's orchestrating folks. And then the music starts. And we've had musicians that have played at the start line of the Barrel to Keg. And then after the musicians get set up and they're going, then it's wave after wave after wave. And then they take off and I take a nap. So it's a couple hours of napping, and then we host in the winery. And then at the end of the Barrel to Keg day, we generally do a potluck and a concert. And so and then probably a sunset swim after that. So it's a full sunrise to sunset experience.
The Barrel to Keg Relay starts at Harris Bridge Vineyard with waves of runners. So the first wave of runners leaves at 7 in the morning, and then about every half hour after that, another wave of runners or walkers will begin. Usually the walkers start bright and early at 7 because it takes the longest to finish the race, and then the super fast runners are leaving in the last wave at 9 a.m.
Oh, wow, good job.
Who determined the route?
Oh, the route. So that was a little bit of a collective effort too. At one point we had, I think it was an 11-foot map, all accordioned out, halfway between here and the coast, somewhere in Harlan Woods. So that gives you a sense of just kind of how much we worked together with little squiggly lines to map out where we would take this thing.
The route for the Barrel to Keg is a gorgeous route. We start in Philomath at the Harris Bridge Vineyard. Right at this most gorgeous covered bridge. You run through, you're on dirt roads for miles and miles and miles, in the forests, along streams, along old bridges, railroad tracks. It is so gorgeous of a course. People just come so that they can be out in the middle of nowhere running with their friends. You come up to the rest stop, there is your team member waiting for you. Tag their hand and you keep on going. You could have up to 7 people on a team, which is really great because 69 miles is a long way to go. You each tag each other, hop in the van if you just finished running, follow along, meet at the next stop. Everyone's cheering everyone on. It's such a wonderful event, and all for such a great cause.
My ass is weighing me down.
Love-hate relationship. The first mile, you start off, and it's awful. Right in between, you're kind of like, yeah, this is great. Why would you do this again? No problem. And then the last part, you hate it again. One of the physicians that we work with said, hey, let's do this. So everybody was all gung-ho for it and formed 2 teams, and it's actually been really great. I'm glad we did it. I think everybody's glad we did it. Are you glad we did it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Would you do it again?
Yeah, I think we gotta go. We gotta just make it a tradition.
Close it up.
Rich is getting concerned.
Good job, all right.
Good job.
Yeah, good job.
This is my first time at Barrel to Keg, and I loved it though.
So tell me what you do with your radio.
Well, the radios are good because it's in a rural area, a lot of hills. You don't always get phone service, and we want to keep track of the contestants that go in there, and we don't want anybody to get lost, and we want everybody to be safe and have a fun event. Yeah. What I really liked is when everybody came to the exchange and were around and they were cheering on their people going by, you know, and people thanked me. People thanked me for being out there, and I was like, man, I'm just here, and they're like, we thank you, and I didn't realize how much it helped them.
And I want to thank you too.
Thank you. Oh, I am definitely. This is going to be a regular event for me. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Why are you here?
I'm here to drink beer, but I'm not drinking beer this year, actually. Our team is Beer Me, and we're a legacy team, so we've been here every year since 2011. Yeah. So 2 of us out of the 4 have done it every year. We love it. It's so fun back here in the backwoods. We have a great time.
Why did you come here today?
I came here today to help document the event with you, Elaine.
That sounds like a good idea.
Having a good time. This is kind of a fun spot because I'm trying to get the runner coming in as well as the exchange and then the person going out. So I'm trying to get 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, this is my first relay ever, so I'm really excited. It's a beautiful course. I like it. So yeah, it's I'm running 15 miles. We have a team of 5. So yeah.
Leaky Barrel.
Leaky Barrel?
Yeah.
Great name.
Yeah, it's just a group of friends that we run together, and we just saw this and thought, this looks like fun. Let's go do this. And yeah.
Is it your first one?
My first, yeah, first barrel to keg, yeah.
Don't trip! Don't trip! It's okay!
Here I go.
Right here!
Oh, right here! All right.
Don't hand it, hand it to me!
What are you talking about? Camera pointing. Where do I go?
Roll down there somewhere. Okay. Don't get hit by a car.
I think you're right.
You come along running on the Bay Road up the Aquina River, finish by running over our beautiful bridge here in Newport. Finish line is at the Rogue Brewery. We have a huge celebration waiting for people there. Bands, food, beer gardens, the gorgeous view of the sailboats, the river. It is something not to be missed.
With the best kick of the day so far, Team 62, crushing it, Suave.
That might have been the most difficult.
At the finish line, looking too fabulous right there. Team 15, Jewel and her gems.
Good job.
Precious.
You part of the team? Yeah.
Jewel and her gems. Nice job making an ass of themselves here at the finish line. The False Bottoms. The False Bottoms, they are Kelson, Lisa, Mike, Liz, Jordan, Gregory, and Grant. Aye, Captain. The Anchor Legs coming in. All right, and Anchor Legs. Jennifer has personalized results tickets for you. They're coming out right now. Rockweight, Mary Phillips, Aaron Dunn, Chloe Colligan, Devin Kell, and Kathy Roku. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 teams coming in. Team 17, dead guys either way, and Team 19, we're having second thoughts. Team number 1 coming in, Beaver. Not in the face, they are Leslie, Ann, Justine, Michael, Danny, Rebecca, and Laura. Come see me on the parking lot side or driver's side of the red finish truck for your results tickets.
And our volunteers!
What's up?
Team Vulcan right there. They are Megan, Sarah, Lauren, Emily, Jamie, Tatiana, and Lindsay.
much fun is that?
All right, charging hard to the finish line. 35 lickety splits. Lickety splits right there. They are Michael, Dustin, Jane, Abby, Cass, Kristen, Paul. Here we go, spectators coming down that final stretch. Let's welcome them home.
Got the chip. Good job, Anna.
All right, raising the roof at the finish line. Welcome back, Team 63, Post Fontaine. Post Fontaine, Joe, Byron, Tim, Paul, and Molly. Team 44 at the finish line. Foot Patrol in Harlan, David, Carl, Kevin, Nick, and Dalen, an honorary dangle.
Nice, thank you.
Nice job charging hard to the finish line, Team 22, the Golden Girls. Way to go, Golden Girls. Nice job at the finish line, team number 33, 50 Shades of Orange. There are Judy, Leanne, Vicky, Heather, Patty, and birthday girl Liz.
Thank you. 50 Shades of Orange.
What's that about?
Well, there's two teams that wear the sparkle skirts, and first off, the first team that originated is the Real Runners of Orange Country. Well, because there's so many
Corvallis.
for Corvallis, yeah, OSU, or yeah. Anyway, so there's, and we do a lot of relays. Well, there's so many friends, and we only can have 6 to 7 members per team. Well, there's so many of us, so we had to divide. So my sister one day had all these orange colors. She says, I think we look like 50 Shades of Orange. So the second team is now 50 Shades of Orange. So it's a large group of women that run, and we're friends.
Masters.
Yeah, old ladies.
All Masters division.
Yeah.
So over 40.
And way over 40 for some of us.
Well,
today's my today's my birthday.
Way like a bottle of fine wine.
That's right. I just
appropriately aged.
Try to get a little shot of your skirts.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, those are cute.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what made you choose the Barrel to Keg Race?
We've been doing this,
gosh, over 5 years.
Because I think they did it 1 year, and then we did it the second year, and I think we've been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
And we just, I mean, it's close, it's local, it's all in one day, and it helps locally in our community, and that's why we chose it.
We tend to do a lot of races that have a good
cause.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, when you're trying, because there's so many races out there and relays, it's like, okay, which one, if I'm paying money, what's the money go for? And so that's, you know, we go for what's the best cause.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And if there are several best cause, then I say, well, what's the best swag?
And there's beer at the end.
Yeah, no, there has to be. I mean, this is beer at the end, so who, you know, that's a
Barrel to
no-brainer.
Keg, you got it.
No-brainer.
You had me there.
I'm sorry. This is
doesn't take much for us.
Tell me what you like about the race, other than the barrel though.
The camaraderie on the course. I mean, we sit there and there's teams that we see the whole time, and like our two teams that we all started at the same time, so we were like competitive with each other. We were at every exchange together, and then the Real Runners of Harlan, or the Foot Patrol of Harlan.
Yeah.
We've been competing with them for 5 years, and we always compete with them, and it's just that camaraderie and that friendship you see.
The relay race, it's a great cause. It supports Community Services Consortium and all of their poverty fighting programs. So things like housing services, energy assistance, food services, Head Start in Lincoln County, and all of the comprehensive slate of services that help people get a leg up out of poverty and onto a better place. Come out and join us at the Barrel to Keg Relay Race, whether you want to run, walk, volunteer, or just make a contribution to the event and come enjoy the finish line party and support a great cause, Community Services Consortium, helping people and changing lives.
What's exciting for me to think about next year is we're going to kick things off on Friday night here. We're going to do a camp out at Harris Bridge with a music concert. And then those who are running the race the next morning will camp out under the stars next to the river after a concert. Hopefully, if the weather's nice, we'll do a sunset swim as well before, and then we'll wake up early and get people started right on the race without having to drive to the place. And then also, following the race, we'll be offering folks a chance to camp out again on Saturday night. So it's fun to be able to think about extending the potential race day to a little bit more of a weekend
next year. The 2019 event is already online. Register at barreltokeg.com.
Barrel to Keg. Get on your running, because we don't want you to, be the weak link.
Hi, we're a local band from Newport.